So, good day, mom. So, I am Welshi SOSMENYA, and I will discuss some common terms and their meanings in a simple and easy to understand way. So, definition of terms. So, continuation of the definition of terms. So, my report is about the terminology, which is counterfeit. So, not genuine, imitating something superior. So counterfeit, which means a something that is fake but made to look real. For example, someone might use a counterfeit money or buy a counterfeit bag that looks original. Then next is culprit. Culprit is someone or something responsible for harm or wrongdoing. So, which means a culprit is the person who did something wrong. For example, the culprit who broke the window ran away, or the teacher found the culprit of the missing book. And curfew. So we all know that curfew is an order that after a certain time activities are prohibited. So we all know curfew is a rule that tells people to stay at home after a certain time. For example, children must go home before 9 p.m. or a city may have a curfew during emergencies. Then delinquent. Delinquent is a um delinquent is a um young delinquent or a child delinquent. So delinquent, it refers to illegal or antisocial or rule breaking actions committed by minors, typically under 18 years old, that may involve them with the juvenile justice system. Then next is deterrent. Deterrent is something immaterial that interferes with actions or progress. So deterrent is something that um stops or yes stops people from doing bad things. For example, security cameras can stop thieves and or guards in the entry pots, and strict rules of the school can prevent cheating. Then next is disheveled. Disheveled is in disarray or extremely disorderly. So disheveled means looking messy or untidy. For example, someone may look disheveled after playing in the mud, or someone may look disheveled after working out and outdoors. And next is disorderly. Disorderly is lacking any regular or logical organization. So disorderly is means being noisy, wild, or not following rules. For example, students can be disorderly in a class, or a person shouting in public may be disorderly. Then disturbance. Disturbance, it is a activity that is malfunction, of intrusions or interruption. So which means a disturbance is something that interrupts peace or quiet. For example, a loud music or loud music in the library may disturb or may cause disturbance in the students that are reading or learning. The next is embezzlement. Embezzlement, it is a fraudulent appropriate to funds and property. So embezzlement means stealing money that you were trusted to take care of. For example, an employee may steal the company's money, or someone in the government steals money and may cause loss their job because of it. Then next is erratic. Erratic is a liable to sudden unpredictable change. So erratic means acting in a strange or unpredictable way. For example, erratic driving or erratic actions can lead to dangerous outcomes, or can be dangerous or cause dangerous because of acting erratic, or a person is acting strangely or erratic may worry others. Then my continue my other then schedule. Schedule is a list of times at which things are planned to happen. For example, our class schedule starts at 7:30 a.m. and ends at 5 8 5 p.m. And for example, other our schedule of technical English writing, which is 3:30 to 5:30. So it is a list of time that plan to occur or end. Then seizure. Seizure is the taking possession of something by legal process, or the act of taking a possession of something through legal or authority or legal authority. For example, a police conducted a seizure of illegal drugs during the operation. Then sergeant. Sergeant is a non non-commissioned officer ranking above a corporal. So it is a non-commissioned police or a military officer ranking above a corporal. For example, a sergeant supervise the police officers during the checkpoint. Then siege is an action of an armed force that surrounds a fortified place. The, so it is a military action where armed forces surround a place to capture it. So For example, the soldiers place the enemy camp under a siege for several days. Then next is significance. Thi- This is the quality of being important. So the quality of being important or meaningful. Example, the significance of the study or evidence is very important in a case, solving a case or a problem. The next is silhouette. Silhouette, it is silhouette. It is a filed and drawing of the outline of an object. So silhouette it is a dark outline or shadow shape of a object or a person. Then for example it is we saw for example we saw the silhouette of the suspect near the the street or near the street light. We see the silhouette of the suspect near the street light. Then slang. Slang is a informal words or expression used in a casual speech. So slang it is expression commonly used in a casual conversation. For example, teenagers often uses slang words when talking with friends. Then specimen. Specimen it is a bit of tissue or fluid taken for a diagnostic purposes. So specimen it is a sample of a tissue or sample of a tissue, blood, or other material used for examination or testing. For example, in the hospital, doctor doctor collected a blood specimen for laboratory testing or screening examination or testing. Then subpoena it is a writ issued to compel the attendance of a witness. So subpoena it is a document or a legal document ordering a person to appear and for example to appear in a court as a witness. So it is a legal document or for a person to appear in court as a witness. Then the example is the witness receive a subpoena to testify in court. Then last one is the subsidiary. Subsidiary. It is a function in a supporting. It is a function in a supporting capacity. So which means it's serving as a support or assistance to something more important. For example, the police or the auxiliary police unit in the street has a subsidiary rule during large events. So that's all, ma'am. Thank you.